What if it were possible to handpick the eye color, hair type, or personality traits of our unborn children by selecting an embryo with DNA that matched the parents' criteria? The Collins family did just that when they underwent IVF for their youngest 2 children.
All right, you want to jump? And this one isn't one yet, and she is Titan Invictus Collins. And right now, my wife is pregnant with Industry Americas Collins.
To increase their chances of having a healthy child, the couple asked a lab to analyse the embryos before fertilisation. This is called a polygenic test.
This basically gives you an overall health score, and it gives you a picture of the overall risk for certain health conditions. So genomic prediction specifically gives information for type 1 and type 2 diabetes, heart attack, schizophrenia.
But Simone Collins went a step further. She asked a second lab to analyse mental health risks to be sure of selecting the best performing embryo.
But her scores around mental health, so risk of depression, anxiety, brain fog, inability to deal with stress, mood swings, all of these risks were really low.
The Collinses reject accusations they have rebranded eugenics, saying every family has the right to choose desired traits for its offspring. The couple are part of the pronatalist movement, an ideology that promotes repopulating the Earth by having as many children as possible, while guaranteeing the survival of communities.
And our goal is to preserve and expand diversity. So, for example, South Koreans moving in a very bad direction. But if 15 families manage to become pronatalist and are equipped to have large families and then pass down a culture to their children that encourages them to have large families and so on and so forth, South Korean culture is preserved.
Another member of the pronatalist movement, billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk, who has 11 children, with 5 conceived via IVF.
The biggest problem the world will face in 20 years is population collapse.
Like a low birth rate is a slow death for civilization.
Yes, make more babies. At least make enough babies to have sustain the population.
Ideas which are currently very much in vogue in Silicon Valley circles, prompting more and more wealthy young parents to turn to this lab.
On this side, we have 2 of our major technologies, quantitative real-time PCR. We do a lot of work on monogenic disease. A lot of patients will go through IVF to prevent passing on those diseases to their children.
This is where the DNA of future embryos is analysed, tiny fragments that must first be magnified.
In this situation, we look at over 800,000 positions in the genome. And that type of information over the whole genome then allows us to make predictions about polygenic risk, monogenic disease.
The lab then allows parents to choose the sex of their child, a practice banned in France, though possible for medical reasons in some European countries such as Greece and Switzerland. Each embryo is scored for disease probability, a technique that the co-founder defends and hopes to expand in the future.
We would not be here if we didn't push the limit a little bit. So I can understand people's discomfort with potential companies, not ours, we would not be doing that, but looking to select for certain traits. But it's really the advancement in the science.
However, it's far from an exact science in the long haul. There's no guarantee of good health, both physically and mentally, because external factors play such a decisive role in human development.
It depends on the environment in which you were raised, your family context, your socioeconomic status more than anything. So reducing us to our DNA and selecting what children to have with the expectation that we can select the best children based on their DNA is ethically dangerous, misguided.
With the recent development of genetic scissors, allowing scientists to snip and replace defective links in DNA, rewriting the code of life well before birth could soon be possible.